Go live. Okay. Okay, so Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Hamda yuwafi ni'amahu wa yukafi mazidah. Ya Rabbana lakal hamdu kama yanbaghi li jalali wajhika wa 'azimi sultanik. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa barik wa sallam. Okay, so candidates, Assalamu alaikum. A very good day. So I'm Madam Iman, all right. To those who don't know me, I'm Madam Iman, and I like to share. My hobby is sharing about the MUET, okay, about the MUET paper, okay. So as promised, so I like to share today about listening. So again, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you for your for joining the session, especially the live session, all right. So just a way of sharing, okay, just a way of sharing. So it has become a passion of mine to share about MUET, all right. So how are you? So if you're with me right now, so if you're joining the session with me, please say hi, all right, say hi in the chat box. So right now I'm in Zoom with my Katukians, and we're streaming live also through YouTube, so that the public and everyone else can benefit from the session. So I do like to remind you that in the session, I will use both languages to help you understand techniques in answering the MUET, inshallah. So izinkan madam guna dua-dua bahasa. Alright, so if, okay, sekiranya ada soalan ke apa semua tu, okay, for Ketukians, you have, I will only be able to see one window at a time. Kalau live stream, dia dua window atau Zoom dengan YouTube Studio. So untuk kemampuan madam sekarang ni, so of course one window at a time lah, okay. However, if you have any questions, you can just put in chat box. Mungkin kemudian madam dapat address the question later on, perhaps, inshallah. All right, okay. So thank you again for joining and having a trust in this session. Okay, so without further ado, today, okay, my objective today is actually a very short session. It's not 1 hour, 1.5 hour half class. It's just a sharing about how to go through the listening paper, all right? Macam mana kita nak tackle listening paper, the MUET listening paper, with just simple tips, okay? Now, kalau tips ni memang bunyi macam simple, okay? However, based on students, past students from last sesi lepas, madam dapati memang tips ni berkesan untuk mereka, okay, bagi yang betul-betul buat lah, okay, yang tak buat tu mungkin diorang ada strategi lain lah, okay. So Ketukians ready? All right, I'm going to share my screen. All right, so at any time, Ketukians, you may post your question in the chat box, okay. Sekiranya ada soalan, anytime you letak chat box, okay, and then kemudian when I'm done sharing, I will allow you to open your mic if you have any questions that you might want to, personally tanya madam, right? Boleh. Okay, so Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hopefully Allah will ease our session today. So let's start with Al-Fatiha. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahmanir-Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen now. All right, okay, hope this is clear. Okay, All right. Okay, so basically this is the new format. Now the notes I've used here, these the notes are my own. However, the questions, all right, there are certain excerpts I took from these books down here. So I have acknowledged the books. Is Ahead, there's from MUET, Pelangi, Success in MUET, Pelangi, Ilmu Bakti. Okay, so these are the books that I referred to generate or to produce the slides that I'm sharing with you today. So a special thank you to those books and also to Left Click. All right, Left Click Listening Companion. All right. Okay, so please, any comments, you can just put it in the chat box. All right, now, okay, so talking about the listening, all right? Okay, talking about listening here. Well, let me check. All right, so is everyone okay there? I'm going to double check, all right, in the other screen to make sure everything's okay. The last time I did a streaming, I placed it in another, my other account for my YouTube. So I'm just learning to do this, so inshallah. Okay, all right, so everything's okay in the other window, all right, okay. So let's get back to Zoom. All right. Okay, so here, ladies and gentlemen, when we're talking about listening, okay, listening, again, okay, I always emphasize in my videos, all right, always emphasize in my videos that listening paper is about listening skills. Okay, now you have to understand listening skills ni apa. Okay, apa listening skills sebenarnya? Is it sekadar mendengar biasa-biasa? Okay, tidak. Okay, it's actually what we call receptive skills. Okay, for teachers out there, make sure you remind your students that listening is receptive skills, where it's skills that you need to process information. Okay, you kena proses maklumat, you nak kena menerima maklumat. So ia melibatkan strategi-strategi untuk nak dapatkan maklumat, nak memahami maklumat. Okay, so here as you can see, all right, here are tips to score MUET. Okay, to score the MUET listening. All right, as you can see here, it involves here step 1, familiarize with the format, step 2, the types of questions, and then step 3, all right, the types of skills needed. So here you kena tahu semuanya, all right. So I won't go in depth about this, all right. So so basically before you start practicing, of course you kena tahu what is expected of you. Okay, apa yang skills, kemahiran yang MUET ni expect daripada you, alright? Okay, next. Okay, kalau faham is simple je sebenarnya. Okay, so I'll fast forward to the tips. Okay, you all nak tahu tips kan? Yang ni you all dah tahu dah ni, okay? So listening test ni should all know that there are 5 parts kan? Okay, semua ni memang kena dalam kepala dah sebenarnya. Alright, this one you kena tahu dah. Okay, at your fingertips dah. Right, Ketukians? Okay, so Ketukians in the group, they're all doing practice, alhamdulillah. So seorang buat practice, orang lain pun dapat belajar. So that's the beauty of being in the Ketukian circle right now. Okay, so here you have to know that, make sure you know that there's 5 parts. Okay, kalau yang lama ada 3 parts, so kali ini ada 5 parts and then 7 texts. Kata text, text, ni reading ke apa? Tak, text ni meaning text, audio text lah, okay, text. So even though there are 5 parts, tapi ada 7. So ada 1 part or 2 part yang ada 2 soalan, alright, or 2 texts. Okay, so number of questions, 30 in all. Okay, 30 questions. And then the duration given, all right, is 50 minutes. Maximum score, 90 marks, however, walaupun 90 marks, weightage dia daripada keseluruhan markah untuk your punya MUET. Okay, MUET punya score tu band berapa you all dapat tu is 1/4. So besar lah sebenarnya kalau dibandingkan dengan format lama. Format lama 15% sahaja. So kali ini 25%. So berbaloi lah you sit for the exam macam tu. Okay, so ketukin by right you all dah tahu, tapi this will be revision for you. Okay, so tak ada masalah. Okay, review is good. Okay, so here let's look at the sample given from MPM. Okay, so this is the sample that was given from the MPM. All right. So here it is. Okay, inilah rupa dia. Okay, so madam tak sertakan kat sini the past paper. Okay, past paper. Kalau you nak tengok the past paper ada dalam Telegram group. I think everyone has been spreading the past paper. So alhamdulillah MPM izinkan benda ni disebar-sebarkan yang sesi 1 punya sebagai panduan untuk kita semua. Okay, so this one yang contoh yang dia bagi, MPM bagi sebelum the first session. Alright, so before the first session, this was the paper exam, the sample paper that was given. Okay, so as you can see, part 1 macam ni rupa dia, part 2 macam ni rupa dia, kan? Okay, and so on so forth. Okay, nanti you all tengok lah, ya. Yeah? Going back. Alright. So kalau ikut pecahan dia macam ni lah. Alright. Kan 5 parts kan. So 5 parts. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 parts. However, kita ada 7 teks. Okay. So dekat sini tengok. Part 5 ni ada 3 dialogues. Alright. Okay, macam itulah pecahan dia. Okay, so let's fast forward to the tips. Okay, Ketukians, any questions so far? Not yet? Okay, panggil, kalau Ketukians masuk, okay, panggil diorang masuk. Memang tak masuk lagi ni. Okay, setakat tak ada soalan lagi. Okay, alright, so madam continue Okay, now. Oh, ada ni. Okay. Right, so there are 5 parts. Yes. Okay. So here are the general listening tips. Okay. So yang ni, this will help you. Okay. So these tips will help you. Kalau you ambil betul-betul and then you practice betul-betul dengan these tips, insyaAllah Tuhan permudahkan. The only thing is right now is you buat ke tidak, alright? You buat ke tidak. So here, tips ni untuk apa sebenarnya? So these tips, if these tips, these are general tips, okay? Yang mana madam buat untuk diri sendiri madam and for my students, okay? And based on past students, alhamdulillah memang resultsnya memang terbukti ada yang improve. So alhamdulillah. So here I'm sharing with you all. Macam mana nak bantu you all. Right, so here, the first thing here, as you can see, okay, so the recorder will be played 2 times, okay, 2 kali, okay, 2 kali. So 2 kali ni, you kena manfaatkan. So bila kita tahu 2 kali, so you kena fikir macam mana aku nak guna untuk nak optimize my listening skills, okay, supaya I dapat tangkap, okay, aku dapat tangkap maklumat yang keluar tu, okay. So of course everyone says okay, you kena practice. Tapi practice tu bukan practice membabi buta macam tu. However, you have to have a way, a shortcut, okay, a shortcut or strategy in trying to get the information. Kalau you sekadar macam baca dengar je kan, dengar lepas tu harap maklumat tu akan terus dapat kat telinga you, memang tak lah, alright. Okay, so here ladies and gentlemen, yang madam rasa sangat berkesan is this. Yang ni mahal ni. Okay, first round answer, second round check. Okay, so here, and for teachers, you can tell your students, okay, during the first round, you jangan dengar saja. Okay, rugi masa. Okay, sangat sayang pada masa tu. So here, make sure you first round you answer right away. So that means, what does that mean? That means before the first round, the audio plays tu, sebelum examiner pasang audio tu untuk kali pertama tu, okay, that means sebelum tu, dalam masa you duduk-duduk tu, selepas pengawas bagi buka paper tu, right? At that time, make sure that you use that time, okay? You use that time wisely untuk to go through the questions and then highlight apa yang perlu, all right? And then second round, so once you have highlighted, that means you dah ready to answer dah, okay? That means you're already ready to answer the questions. So first round you answer, okay? First round answer. So you have to tell yourself, okay, mindset bahawa first round you kena answer the questions already, okay? Bukan tunggu the next round. So second round, like, ladies and gentlemen, second round here. So what do you do the second round? So orang tanya, kalau first round kita answer lah madam, kita nak buat apa second round kan? Baiklah, relax dulu, dengar dulu kan. And then second round answer, tapi tidak. Okay, so second round, this is the opportunity for you to check your answers, okay? So not only students who need this checking time. However, even for myself, for high level questions, okay, we teachers also we need that time to to check our answers actually, okay, gitu. Okay, so next. Now, yang ni nombor 2 ni, the second one here, all right, this one depends on your preference lah, okay, ni depends atas orang lah. This one I share with you what I find is effective for me and I find effective for some students, okay. Now, kalau sebelum ni memang note taking ni is very useful because old format tu memang ada kena tulis, write out words, write out sentences. So kali ni you don't have to worry about that because it's all MCQ, multiple choice questions, di mana you just kena pilih ABCD je, okay. However, here, for example, okay, use dashes instead of writing the whole sentence. So here, as you can see, okay, I will find that note taking is very helpful. Okay, kalau nak keep alert, kalau kita rasa macam takut terngantuk ke apa kan, this is very useful. Okay, so all right, now I will go directly to contoh soalan. Ada answer terus lah. Okay, hold on, let me put the answers aside first. Okay, sekejap madam padam jawapan tu. Boleh tak? Dalam YouTube tu you boleh tengok balik kan, tapi tak apalah. For the sake of the class, madam akan padam. Okay, Ketukians, are you with me?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Kita nampak ni kan? Madam stop sharing. Okay, Sana. Okay, ada padam jawapan. Right. Okay, alright. Okay, so kita buat satu bersama, okay, together. We'll do this together. Okay. Let me share. Share screen balik. Right. Alright, okay. Okay. Okay, alright. So this is ini contoh part 1. Okay, dialog. Now, kalau kita tengok kepada contoh soalan tadi, kan, you see this? Nampak? Okay, kalau kita tengok part 1 tadi, part 1 ada berapa soalan? 6 soalan. isn't it? Okay, 6 questions for the first part. Okay, so banyak lagi. Okay, ada 7. Okay, 7. Alright, so ini satu contoh sahaja. Okay, contoh sahaja. Okay, so let's do this together. Okay, let's do this together. Now I'm going to play the I will play the audio from my phone. Okay. Hopefully no one calls me at this time. All right. So before the audio is played, all right, okay, so let's go through this together, all right? So sepatutnya dalam masa for the listening test, dia akan go part to part tau. Contohnya part 1. Okay, part 1, dia play dulu part 1, okay? Satu round, okay? And then habis satu round, dia akan play part 1 balik, satu round. Okay, dia bukan play part 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sampai part 5 and then ulang balik. Tak, dia ikut part by part. It goes part by part. So part 1, 1 round, and then lagi sekali 1 round part 1 macam tu. Okay, so that means you can focus on part 1. So that means antara satu soalan ke satu soalan yang lain to the next one tu, you ada masa sikit untuk underline. So when you start tu, you focus kepada part 1 dulu. Okay, you mungkin tak sempat you nak find the keywords, okay, untuk semua part sebelum the test start. So you just focus on part 1 first before part 1 starts playing. Okay, the audio starts playing. Alright, so here secara pantas, alright, kita kena ambil masa untuk kita go through the keywords. So here kalau kita tengok kat sini, okay, it says listen to a conversation between two friends, Tina and Chua, talking about the SEA Games. As you listen, choose the correct answer for questions 1 to 7. Indicate your answers on the answer sheet. Okay, sorry. My phone is distracting me. So indicate your answers on the answer sheet. So as you can see here, okay, the Philippines. Okay, so here kita highlight. Okay, highlight pasal apa? Tina and Chua. Okay, talking about SEA Games. Okay, tahu SEA Games, dia nak cakap pasal SEA Games. Alright, so here the Philippines, alright, and so here kita bukan sahaja highlight tajuk dia, okay, tapi kalau sempat you go through and look at the options tu. Okay, contoh near fun activities ni where the SEA Games was held. This one too far away. Okay, next, why was it a treat for Tina? Treat for Tina and her brother. Then here plane. Okay, they loved to be with their uncle who was really kind to them. So here, uncle, they had a wonderful time there. Okay, so here perhaps you can say wonderful time. Highlight macam tu. Okay, kalau you tidak dibenarkan bawa highlight pun, you guna the pencil. Okay, you underline. Kita underline pula. Alright, underline. Okay, kita underline pula. Right. So why was it unusual and an unusual holiday for them both? It was because their mother would always be with their mother. The holiday was to go and watch the SEA Games. They did not expect they would go. They would be so lucky. Okay, all right. So memang macam tu. You just go to macam tu. Okay, as long as you get the information that you kena cari nanti bila audio dah start. Okay. So during the SEA Games, they were lucky to be able to watch the swimmer. Okay, swimmer win a gold. Okay, so undo. Swimmer win a gold medal. One athlete from Malaysia. One athlete from Malaysia. So they were able to also watch the swimming and the gymnastic. Swimming and, okay, right. So we got that. Okay, now once we're done there, so you bayangkan, okay, so you bayangkan nanti dah start audio, you dah ada dah benda ni. Okay, so you dah ada dah underline semua ni. So ada panduan untuk you tengok, or you nak fokus kepada apa bila the audio starts. Okay, so now we're going to start the audio. We're going to start the audio. Okay. Okay, so as you can see there, there's the QR code if you'd like to listen on your own.
Track 30.
Okay, can you hear that?
Listen to the conversation between friends.
Okay, so we're going to listen for round 1, okay?
Tina and Chua talking about the SEA Games. As you listen,
okay, so let's do this together. Okay, try to answer it. For those who have done it already, you dah ada buku ni, tak apa, you buat lagi sekali. Okay, you try to review or try to sharpen your listening skills with me, all right?
choose the correct answer for questions 1 to 7. You now have 30 seconds to look at the questions.
Okay, nampak dia bagi 30
Now listen
saat.
carefully and indicate your answers on the answer sheet.
Right. So 30 seconds.
Hi, Tina. How was your trip to the SEA Games in the Philippines?
Hi, Chua. I just got back from the Philippines yesterday. The SEA Games was really something out of this world. It was truly wonderful. I loved every bit of it. It was really a lot of fun. A totally different kind of holiday that we would normally have.
Yes, it is something quite unusual to have to travel so far for this exhibition.
I was really shocked when my uncle said that he wanted my brother and myself to accompany him to the Philippines to watch the SEA Games. It was really a treat for both my brother and me, because we have not traveled on a plane before. When this opportunity arrived, we said yes, my uncle offered immediately. So after permission from my mother, of course.
That is very nice of your uncle to have invited both of you.
He knew that we had worked so hard for our exam, so it was his treat for us because on this unusual holiday. I said unusual because normally my mother would always be with us wherever we go, but she could not make it this time as she could not get her leave from work. But that was fine, as we texted each other every day and we had video calls every night to update her on our day.
What sports event did you watch, Tina?
We went to several events, swimming event, the gymnastics. But we were lucky to be there and watch in front of our eyes our athlete, Muhammad Hakimi Ismail, winning a gold medal in the triple jump competition.
Oh, I remember these as it was on the news, but I can't remember where the event was held.
The triple jump competition was held in the new Clark City Athletic Stadium. This was where most of the sports event was held, and also the closing ceremony for the SEA Games. We watched Malaysia compete in most of the events, but was actually very lucky to have experienced us winning the gold medal. It was truly a proud moment for us as Malaysians. When our national anthem was being played, the few Malaysians that were there in the stadium sang our national anthem in Marathi as loud as we could together. We watched Muhammad Hakimi with our national flag around him standing proudly on the podium. He did very well, you know, as he recorded a jump of 16.68 meters, which was way ahead of the Filipino silver medalist with a jump of 16.42 meters and the Indonesian bronze medalist with a jump of 16.21 meters.
That's great, Tina. Did you manage to do other activities there?
Yes, my uncle brought my brother and I to visit places of interest around the city. We bought some tickets.
Okay. So okay, so there's more questions actually after that. All right. So we'll just focus on this one. Okay, because Yani je yang muat on this page, okay, for you to see it. Okay. All right. So habis yang ni. Okay, so for this one, for example, okay, ni madam buat contoh. Okay, madam buat contoh. Contoh first round, okay, kita dapat catat kat sini, isn't it? Alright, so you dapat catat kat sini. Okay, here dapat catat kat sini dan catat sikit. Okay, so mungkin you catat-catat, lepas tu macam, tak terdengar yang this one. Okay, so maybe nampak macam, macam sama je, kan? Disebut, semua benda ni disebut. Okay, so that means kita dah letak dah, kita dah highlight bahawa, okay, nanti second round, you all ada ke ni? Macam senyap je. Ada orang tak ni? Ada orang tak? Hello?
Ada, madam.
Okay, alright, thank you. Okay, so here, okay, so ni contoh, kalau sekiranya kita tak dapat tangkap yang first one, so kita tahu, okay, first one yang di second round nanti, nak kena dengar betul-betul, okay, sama dengan ni, nombor 4 ni, kena dengar betul-betul, okay. Okay. Okay, so kali ni, so next second round, kita dah mindset bahawa kita kena dengar betul-betul nombor 1, nombor 4. Okay, yang lain kita boleh check. Meaning for second one and third one bukan tak dengar, tapi kita just sekadar semak sahaja. Okay, bahawa oh betul kot. Alright. So number 1 and 4 kita kena extra listen. Okay, for the next round. Okay, so let's play it one more time. Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Listen to a conversation between friends, Tina and Chua, talking about the SEA Games. As you listen, choose the correct answer for questions 1 to 7. You now have 30 seconds to look at the questions. Now listen carefully and indicate your answers on the answer
Okay,
sheet.
so kita indicate sama-sama ya. Kita buat sama-sama. Right.
Hi, Tina. How was your trip to the SEA Games in the Philippines?
Hi, Chua. I just got back from the Philippines yesterday. The SEA Games was really something out of this world. It was truly wonderful. I loved every bit of the trip. It was really a lot of fun and a totally different kind of holiday that we would normally have.
Yes, it is something quite unusual to have to travel so far to watch a sports competition.
I was really shocked when my uncle said that he wanted my brother and myself to accompany him to the Philippines to watch the SEA Games. It was really a treat for both my brother and me, as we have not traveled on a plane before. When this opportunity arrived, we said yes to my uncle's offer immediately. This was after getting permission from my mother, of course.
That is very nice of your uncle to have invited the both of you.
He knew that we had worked so hard for our exams, and so it was his treat for us to take us on this unusual holiday. It's unusual because normally my mother would always be with us wherever we go. But she could not make it this time, as she could not get her leave from work. But that was fine, as we text each other every day, and we had video calls every night to update her on our day.
What sports event did you watch, Tina?
We went to several events, like the swimming events and the gymnastics. But we were lucky to be there and watch in front of our eyes our athlete, Muhammad Hakimi Ismail, winning a gold medal in the triple jump competition.
Oh, I remember these as it was on the news, but I can't remember where the event was held.
The triple jump competition was held in the new Clark City Athletic Stadium. This was where most of the sports events was held, and also the closing ceremony for the SEA Games. We watched Malaysia compete in most of the events, but was actually very lucky to have experienced us winning gold medal. It was truly a proud moment for us as Malaysians. When our national anthem was being played, the few Malaysians that were there in the stadium sang our national anthem, Negaraku, as loud as we could together. We watched Muhammad Hakimi with our national flag around him, standing proudly on the podium. He did very well, you know, as he recorded a jump of 16.68 meters, which was way ahead of the Filipino silver medalist with a jump of 16.42 meters, and the Indonesian bronze medalist.
Right. So that is basically the second round done. Okay. So hold on, yeah. On. All right, so how was it? You think that's easy? You think that was easy? Okay, so how do you think? So what do you think? Okay, let me reshare screen. Okay. So just now, Alright. Okay, so just now we annotated just now. Alamak, hilang dah. Okay, so tadi Madam Tanda apa tadi? Madam Tanda yang ni kan? Sorry. Madam Tanda yang ni kan? Yang, oh sorry, this one. And then tadi Madam Tanda this one kan? And then Madam Tanda A and then C. And so, okay, and then selepas habis semua tu, alright, ni ada sepatutnya 7 soalan sebenarnya sebab dia panjang tadi audio tu. Dia masa potong kot sebab yang ni dalam buku tu, yang ni je ada kat buku surat tu. So madam ambil yang ni je sebenarnya untuk bagi contoh kat you all. Okay. So here ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen. Alright, so here kita akan tengok tadi teks. So once we're done, alright, yang ni kita dah confirm kan, ni dah confirm pasal plane tadi kan, and then ni dah confirm dah confirm dah pasal when they talk about their mother, okay, their mother, and this one yang B ni memang for sure dah pasal where the SEA Games were, okay, disebut yang paling tepat adalah pasal SEA Games kan disebut. Now last for number 4 here, okay, so number 4 here
Madam, sorry to interrupt you.
Yes.
For number 4 you choose B.
Sorry,
Number 4 tadi Madam choose B.
oh ya ke? Oh thank you Rizwan. Baru dengar sabar Rizwan ya. Okay, thank you. Alright, so by right, Madam choose B kan. Thank you Rizwan. Okay, so here kita tengok balik, alright. Madam catat apa tadi? Malaysia kan? Malaysian athlete. And then Muhammad Hakimi. Right. Okay, so then here kita double check. During the listening test, kita akan diberikan masa untuk kita check balik kita punya soal, apa boleh kalau answer, sorry. So yang ni memang dah sah betul, okay, dah betul. Okay, so here we check this one. We tengok lagi sekali, okay. They were lucky to be able to watch a swimmer win a gold medal. Okay, they mentioned about a swimmer winning a gold medal. Now this one, only one athlete from Malaysia won a gold medal. Okay, tadi kita dengar disebut banyak kali kan pasal Malaysian they were proud. Okay, they were proud to hear to witness a Malaysian athlete win the gold medal. Okay, and then here they were able to also watch the swimming and the gymnastic events. Okay, now here ladies and gentlemen, kita check balik. Alright, kita check balik. Okay, yang ni memang salah. Alright. Now here, bila madam baca lagi sekali, alright, tadi sambil dengar, okay, so here kita akan rasa, oh, sebab dia emphasize banyak sangat pasal Malaysia, mestilah B, kan, okay. Alright, however, bila kita baca balik, only one athlete from Malaysia won a gold medal. Adakah tepat statement tu? Okay, adakah tepat statement tu? Adakah okay, Tina tadi sebut bahawa only one athlete from Malaysia. Tadi dia memang emphasize bahawa oh ada Malaysian, ada Muhammad Hakimi dapat gold medal di sini. Tapi adakah seorang sahaja? Okay, so here ladies and gentlemen, this is a trick question. Okay, dia tricky sangat. Bila dia emphasize banyak-banyak pada Malaysia tadi, nak suruh kita ambil yang ni lah. So madam pun tandalah B. Okay. So when we listen or when we read it one more time, kita baca lagi sekali arung ni. Okay. It so seems that jawapan yang paling tepat adalah this one. Okay. They were able to watch the swimming and gymnastic events. Okay, nampak tak? Faham tak? So here I like to show. So the answer is actually is actually C. Okay, yang paling tepat. So di sini dia tak sebut bahawa ada seorang saja atlet yang menang. Okay. However, dia kata ada gold medalist and then in one of the games. and dapat nampak witness Muhammad Hakimi ni. Alright, with a gold medal. Okay, so here the answer is, ladies and gentlemen, C. So here we have to be very careful. Other than kita tengok keyword juga, okay, tengok kita buat keyword tadi kan, ingat kita buat keyword tadi. Right, kita buat keyword tadi. Okay, and so this will help us, okay, to keep in focus. Alright, but at the end, jangan lupa. So madam nak tunjuk ni bahawa in the end, jangan lupa after habis semua, and then masa diberikan untuk nak selesaikan part 1, contoh okay, so part 2 akan diberi masa juga untuk part 2. Alright, habis masa tu, you go through one more time, okay, sekali haru, okay. Lagi-lagi kalau you target the larger bands, band 4, band 5, okay. Kalau band 4, band 5, kalau satu soalan ni memang 3 markah, kan, it's over 90 marks, isn't it? Alright, so let's look at the, okay, boleh. So, let's look at the answer. Yes. Okay, so here the answer is BAAC. Alright, BAAC. Macam tu. Alright, okay, so I think that's, I think with this practice, you all nampak kan, you all nampak macam mana nak go about in answering a question for listening. Okay, any questions? So I think that's all for today. We'll only do one practice for today. Okay, dah cukup untuk you faham. Okay, you faham the steps tu macam mana you nak ambil untuk the step that you should take when you want to answer the listening paper. Okay, any questions? Ketukins, questions? Ada soalan tak? Ketukins? Tak ramai join hari ni ni. Okay, yang lain tengok ulangan kot. Right. Okay, so madam akan go through the chat box. Okay, Nuruddin kata part 1 easy. Oh, macam tu ya. Yeah. I can't hear the audio clearly. Oh, the audio was breaking, was it? I'm so sorry. Kalau madam boleh tengok. Okay, so the audio is breaking, yeah, Nuruddin. Oh, mashallah. Sorry, guys.
With a jump of 16.21 meters.
Wasn't clear yet.
That's great, Tina.
Okay. Kita pun buat contoh macam tu lah contohnya ya. Okay. Alright. So, so I can't hear the audio clearly. Okay, now a bit clear. Okay. So far easy, madam. Okay, easy ya. Okay, madam. Okay, good. Okay, ni ada soalan. Bagus. Okay, yes, Nuruddin. Part 1 is easy. Kalau this is the easiest one, kalau kita tengok the other parts kan, okay, contoh ya, contoh. Macam ni, yang ni inilah dia punya sambungan sebenarnya, okay, sambungan kepada soalan tadi, ya, pada audio tadi, alright, okay, this one, okay, so this is the one yang mencabar sikit, okay, mencabar sikit, di mana you kena pilih, okay, okay, for part 3 you kena pilih daripada A, B, C, D, E, you kena pilih untuk 15, 16, 17, okay, this one's a bit challenging, however, here you have to understand macam tadi kan, macam tadi, kalau soalan nombor 4 tu, okay, soalan nombor 4, kita sangkakan bahawa ianya cukup untuk kita just nampak keyword sahaja. Okay, however, there is also a need for you to understand the main idea. Okay, perlu juga kita nampak gambaran keseluruhan. Okay, penceritaan dalam audio tu. Okay, so untuk part 3 ni, ini yang penting. Okay, however, nampak je susah ni, tapi insyaAllah memang okay je sebenarnya. Okay, janji you ambil masa semua tu untuk highlight the keywords. Alright. Okay, so Rizwan ada soalan. Madam, if we're unable to answer the question, is that we need to just leave it or try to at least answer it? Okay, so here, that's a very good question, okay? A very good question, Rizwan. So, adakah bila kita dapat jawab kan, contoh tadi, tak sure, ABC, baik tertinggal ke, ataupun kita jawab je. Okay, so setakat ni ada exam di luar sana di mana kalau you salah dia akan tolak markah, kan? Jadi ada certain exam di luar sana, kalau you tak tahu, baik you tinggal daripada you jawab salah, contoh. Okay, so in terms of MUET, insyaAllah, tak adalah sistem macam tu. So that means if you are unable to answer the question from the audio, you tak sempat kan. Yang sangat tak sempat on. Kali ni yang ni memang you kena bulatkan satu. So madam pernah juga dalam pengajian madam, so I'm currently in my PhD, so I ada juga exam last year kan. So in this 2019. So in times like this, memang kena jawab lah. So jawab, dan jangan kita sekadar jawab, tetapi for Muslims, make sure you selawat dulu kan, you selawat istighfar kan, before you answer ABC kan. B lah. Okay, so when we do that, okay, for Muslims, Allahumma salli ala Sayyid Muhammad dulu, baca Allahumma salli ala Sayyid Muhammad. Okay, minta panduan kan. Memang jawapan yang bukan akademik, however, we have to, as Muslims, we have to believe in the assistance that can be given to us lah, okay? Berkatanya insyaAllah. So, pilihlah kan, selawat dulu, ABC, okay, B kot, macam tu. Alright, mana tahu kan kot ada rezeki betul. Okay, so jangan tinggal macam tu, okay? Don't leave it. So don't leave your answers blank, okay? Don't leave your answers blank. Okay, Rizwan? Okay. Any other questions, guys? Okay, any other questions? Tukins, questions? Any questions? No questions. No questions? Okay, so let's do the other slides here. Ini part 4. Here dalam slide ni letak semua part ni sebenarnya. Okay, part 5. Okay, so part 5, this is about dialogues. Okay, dialogue. Oops. Oh, mana ada track lagi sini.
About how to silence our inner critic. As you listen, correct answer for questions 25 and 26.
You dengar tak?
You now have 15 seconds to read the questions.
Is this clear?
Now listen carefully and indicate your answers on the answer sheet.
You dengar tak tu?
Mr. Raj, I am always doubting myself. When I feel I can do something, a voice in my head will tell.
Okay, Ketukian, you dengar tak tadi? Clear? Oh, okay. Memang lupa, memang dah siap-siap link dah kat sini. Masya Allah. Okay. Oh, Masya Allah. Okay. Memang dah link dah. Oh. I already linked the track.
Track.
Okay. All right, so let's try a more difficult one. Okay, let's try this one. What is the inner critic? What is the inner critic? We can silence our inner critic. Sudah inner critic ni apa ya Allah, kan? So what is this inner critic? Okay. So here, how to silence her inner critic. So in here, you can faham the whole story about it. So before you read it, you jangan panic tau. Macam madam tadi panic, apa inner critic ni kan? Okay, so here you listen first. You listen and try to understand it based on knowledge yang you dah ada. Okay, understand the whole picture. Bukan only the, focusing on the difficult words. No. Okay, contoh kita dengar Nak dengar tak? Last. Okay, last.
Track 4. About how to silence the inner critic. As you listen, choose the correct answer for questions 5 and 6. You now have 15 seconds to look at the questions. Now listen carefully and indicate your answers on the answer sheet.
Mr. Raj, I am always doubting myself. When I feel I can do something, a voice in my head will tell me that I will fail somehow.
Cindy, that voice in your head is known as your inner critic. It is called that because it is a voice that criticizes you, always second-guessing your choices and insulting you on your failings. What you need to do is to silence your inner critic.
How do I achieve that, Mr. Raj?
The first step is to think about what or whom his inner voices sound like.
Okay, dah. Okay. Alright. Alamak, hilang lagi. Okay, so here. Right. Okay, so here. Okay, based on what we heard just now. Okay, so what is the inner critic? Ikatokians, give me an answer. Put it in the chat box, your answer. Your suggested answer is A, B, or C. A, B, or C. A, B, or C. A, B, or C, guys. Ikatokians? Okay, so adakah is it A? Yang ni kita tak highlight dulu kan. So tak ikut step madam ni. Tak ikut step. Okay, sepatutnya tadi kita underline dulu kan. So sepatutnya kita highlight dulu kan. The voice that could be the cause of your failure, that makes you change your mind. The inner critic is the voice that always criticizes you. So which one is it? Is it the voice that makes you change your mind? Is it the voice that could be the cause of your failure? Or is it the inner critic is a voice that always criticizes you? Okay, kita dengar lagi sekali eh. Okay, so that's the first round. Kita dengar the second round. Alright, dengar second round eh. Ready guys? Ready.
Track 4. Listen to a teacher about how to silence the inner critic. As you move forward, choose the correct answer for questions 25 and 26. You now have 15 seconds to look at questions. Now listen carefully and indicate your answers on the answer sheet.
Okay, so by right kita dah ready dah. Time
Mr. Raj, I am always doubting myself. When I feel I can do something, a voice in my head will tell me that I will fail somehow.
Cindy, that voice in your head is known as your inner critic. It is called that because it is a voice that criticizes you, always second-guessing your choices and insulting you on your failings. What you need to do is to silence your inner critic.
How do I achieve that, Mr. Raj?
The first step is to think about what or whom his inner voices sound like. Understand where these negative thoughts come from. This is because sometimes we tend to find a connection between this inner critic with the voice of someone that is significant in our lives from the past.
Okay.
Once you recognize this, try and separate it from your own voice and judgment. The next step is to change your thoughts.
Okay, macam biasa kan bahasa inner critic ni kan. Okay. Okay, so alright. So going back to 25. So we focus on question 25. Yeah? Alright. So which one do you think is the answer? Which one do you think is the answer? A, B or C? Dia ada sebut juga pasal failure kan. Tetapi dia bukan fokus pada sumber failure dia. Alright. So ada juga dia sebut pasal changing your mind, tapi yang paling utama di sini adalah C. Okay, right. So to those yang answer C, so give a round of applause for you. Okay, very good. Okay, so tadi ada yang jawab B, tapi tu lepas first round kan. So tu yang madam cakap after, although you jawab yang first round, second round you perlu check. So first time you answer, second round check. So that is the beauty of having the prinsip bahawa first round answer, second round check. Okay, supaya you dapat tengok balik and dapat lagi meyakinkan bahawa C itu adalah jawapan. Gitu, right? Okay guys, I think that's all. Any more questions? Okay, last. Dah pukul 1 lebih nak zuhur dah. Alright, so anything last? Ketukians? Okay, no more questions? Okay, no more questions? Alright, so any more questions? Madam izin. Okay, izin buka mic kalau ada soalan. Rizwan tak ada soalan dah? Aisyah? Aisyah Zahra, no question? Anis Inshira? Ain? Anis Adiba? Akilah Malik? Nur Amalia, Nurdini, Iwani, Putri Anis, Shamin.
No, madam.
Okay, no question. Not
So
yet.
far tak ada, madam.
All right. Okay, thank you, Anis. Okay, Nurdini, no. So far, no question. Okay, clear? Okay, so since no more questions, since you feel it's clear so far, I like you all to make sure you buat practice. You amalkan terus tips yang Madam ajar ni, note taking kan, and then first round answer, second round check. So that's what you do, alright, insyaAllah. Right, boleh? Okay, yang mana dah buat, tahniah. Yang mana dah buat, keep on sharpening your skills. Okay, sharpen your skills in listening. Yang mana belum buat lagi, boleh dah cuba. Okay, boleh cuba buat macam ni supaya you can easily or improve your listening skills, insyaAllah. Right, okay? Okay, so all the best and to everyone out there, all right, who is following the YouTube session, okay? I hope that this session has helped you. Okay, I hope this session has helped you. I like to say again, dedicate my thank you to everyone, okay, who have joined live with me today. I really appreciate your participation. All right, so thank you again, and I wish you the best in your MUET. Okay, memanglah the next MOD pun nanti September kan. Okay, so keep practicing and practicing, and hopefully these tips will help you in preparing for the listening test, inshallah. Okay, so with that, let's end the session, all right, with tasbih kafar wal subhanakallahumma bihamdika asyhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik wal 'asr innal insana lafi khusr illa alladhina amanu wa 'amilus solihati wa tawassaw bil haqq wa tawassaw bis sabr. Okay, so thank you. All the best. Assalamualaikum. Ciao.
Madam.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you.